he has. The petitioner would also like to take the opportunity in thanking his work colleagues from Ringo Lau and Associates, where the petitioner had been impressed by the deep insights of the legal world that has been given to him by his master and colleagues. The petitioner would like to expressly thank Dato Ringo Lau himself, Mr. Ting Li Ping, the petitioner's master, Mr. Brandon Lim, and Mr. Melvin Chong for making his pupillage worthwhile and meaningful. This includes the valuable lessons learned, be it about work or life, and also the panels that is shared with the petitioner in the office. The petitioner again will never forget such experience and will forever be grateful. The petitioner would also like to take this opportunity to thank all of his friends, who includes the friends that the petitioner have been friends with since kindergarten, up to the new friendship that the petitioner had built recently. The petitioner is thanks them for the constant support and care that was given by all of them, for they have been by the side of the petitioner even through the darkest times. They are the reason that the petitioner never believed in the saying of blood is always thicker than water, because what makes this bond strong are both respect and love, not blood itself. To those who are really special to the petitioner, would know who they are themselves and would receive this YouTube link in order to witness such special event. The petitioner is forever grateful for every single one of them, and will also express that the petitioner could never ask for anything more. The petitioner would like to also express his gratitude to everyone that had contributed to allow this special day to take place, specifically to this honorable court, the Malaysian Bar, the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee, the Selangor Bar Committee, the Attorney General Chamber, Mr. Vira Prinananda, for guiding the petitioner in filing his chambering papers, and Mr. Wai Chung Kwan for being the petitioner mover today. The petitioner wishes to conclude his speech by also congratulating all of his peers who are called to the bar today, and wish nothing but the best to everyone out there. Dengan izin Yang Arif, I believe that all the cause paper are in order. Saya memohon kepada Mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen kedua diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pihak berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Mas Selangor.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor juga mengesahkan bahawa kami tiada bantahan Yang Arif. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa halangan terhadap petisyen ini, dan oleh kerana kertas-kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima Masuk Tarikh sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Tarikh dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen kedua Tarikh mencubakan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Thank you.
Yang izin Arif, mohon untuk panggil Pempetisyen ketiga WA18899082021 Yang Ruri Sabrina ketiga, sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Izin Yang Arif, saya Yong Rui Sabrina, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Persilakan Cik Yong.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Yong Ziyi mewakili Pempetisyen dan rakan-rakan terpelajar saya yang mewakili pihak yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang mana telah diperkenalkan terlebih dahulu. Ini adalah petisyen penerimaan masuk Pempetisyen Yong Reyi Sabrina sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin meneruskan selanjutnya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
If it pleases you, my lord, the petitioner was born in Johor Bahru and is the youngest child of Mr. Yong Kong Tat and Madam Ng Chun Kim. The petitioner read law at the University of Hull and graduated with first-class honours in the year 2019. The petitioner was thereafter admitted as a student member of the Honourable Society of the Middle Temple. Upon completion of the Bar Professional Training course in Manchester, the petitioner was called to the Bar of England and Wales on the 14th of October 2021. Having experienced countless late nights, bouts of imposter syndrome, and exams after exams amidst a global pandemic, the petitioner's academic journey, like of those before her, and undoubtedly of those after her as well, was oftentimes stressful and occasionally tumultuous, but is one that has ultimately proven to be fruitful and rewarding. The petitioner thereafter returned to Malaysia and began her pupillage at Sidek Teo Wong and Dennis under the tutelage of a learned pupil master, Dato Clark Sumugot. The petitioner would like to seek the leave of this honourable court to extend her heartfelt appreciation to her pupil master, who has kindly taken her under his wing, and to her seniors, colleagues, and staff members of the firm for their assistance, guidance, patience, and perhaps more importantly, for all the laughter and good food. My lord, the petitioner would like to seize this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her parents and her siblings, whose unwavering love has been a beacon of light for her on both the good and bad days. The petitioner is especially grateful to her siblings for their unconditional support, both emotionally and financially, without which she will not be half the woman she is for today. For this, she is forever indebted to them. On this day, the petitioner specially thanks her friends who have supported her journey, especially those who never fail to layan her late-night stress eating, unfunny jokes, and long-winded rants. My lord, I have no doubt whatsoever that the petitioner is indeed a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and that the Attorney General's Chambers, Bar Council and KL Bar Committee have no objection. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon Yong Reyi Sabrina diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pihak yang berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan Mahkamah mendapati bahawa semua kertas-kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan Menerima Masuk Yong Reyi Sabrina sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Yong Reyi Sabrina dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk Pempetisyen menyarungkan jubah diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tahniah.
Dengan izin Arif, mohon untuk panggil pempetisyen keempat WA 181058092021 Bahagian. P4 sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Bahagian Pempetisyen keempat.
Silakan Cik Fok.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Fok Yi Siu, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen keempat Bahagian. Yang Arif, wakil-wakil dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Majlis Peguam Kedah seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Saya memohon keizinan Yang Arif untuk memperkenalkan pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Allow me to introduce the petitioner. The petitioner was born on 10 February 1997 in Penang Island and was raised in Sungai Petani of Kedah. He is the elder son of Pang Ki Koi and Tam Bok Yen. The petitioner discovered his interest in law during his high school, as he recognized that the only way to uphold justice and fairness is to understand the law. With full support from his parents, he enrolled in Multimedia University in Malacca and obtained his degree in Bachelor of Law with honors. He soon thereafter commenced his pupillage in Syarikat Eng and Anwar. The petitioner seeks leave from the court to express his appreciation and gratitude to his pupil master of 15 years standing, Mr. Chang Chen Chung, for accepting him as his pupil. The petitioner is eternally thankful to his kind, passion, dedicated teachings and guidance, which has shaped him into the better version of himself, whether in terms of knowledge, skills, attitude, and confidence. The days of his pupillage were so busy, yet enjoyable and remarkable. The petitioner will always remember the wise words from his master, especially that one shall be the man of his own principle and shall uphold his integrity. The petitioner is also very thankful to the founding partner of the firm, Mr. Ng Chu Hock, for giving the petitioner such precious opportunity to learn in his firm, even though MCO3 had given everyone hard times. He is also very grateful to Miss Sharon, Mr. Andy, Gavin, and colleagues for their advice and guidance throughout his pupillage. The petitioner will also take this opportunity to thank his university peers, Marcus, Christine, Pang Wai Sun, Jason, Gandhi Yen, and Winnie, for always being there for him throughout the tough academic years. Lastly, the petitioner takes this opportunity to express his utmost gratitude to the most important people of his life, his beloved father, mother, and younger brother. The petitioner is very thankful to his father and mother for the unconditional love, care, and support throughout the years of his growing up, which allows him to take on each challenges of life and accomplish his dreams. The petitioner is determined to take over the burden from their parents and continue to make them proud in the future. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa kertas kausa pempetisyen adalah teratur dan sempurna. Saya juga percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesion Undang-Undang. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar pempetisyen keempat Bahagian diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pihak yang berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih. Kuasa Peguam Kedah.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kedah juga tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Oleh kerana semua badan-badan yang relevan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan oleh kerana semua kertas-kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Bahagian sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama panggihan dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan diri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Yang Izin Yang Arif, pohon untuk panggil pempetisyen ke-5 WA18-1192-092021 Langsung. Silakan P5 perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Langsung, pempetisyen ke-5.
Silakan Cik Bahari.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Bahari Yau bagi pihak pempetisyen Lai Yong Zi dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya daripada badan-badan berkenaan pihak berkuasa telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Seperti rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang terdahulu, saya juga memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk membenarkan saya untuk melafazkan sepatah dua demi untuk memperkenalkan pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. May it please the court. Sorry, my lord. In actual fact, when I look at the speech, most part of the speech was directed to thank various people. Despite her achievement, I was told by the petitioner not to say all those. So I'll just bear with me to allow me to give her the opportunity to record her appreciations to various people. Now, the petitioner was born on the 19th June 1997 in Kedah, the second child of Mr. Lai Yao Chin and Mrs. Eng Sok Ni. She read law at the University of Leeds and gained upper second class honours upon graduation. She then completed her CLP and proceeded to conduct or to commence her pupillage at Shuklin and Bok under the tutelage of my very good friend Michael Su, who is the managing partner as well as the head of IP department of Shuklin. She would like to record her appreciations to various people, my lord. Please bear with us. She would first like to thank her family for their support and encouragement. She thanked her parents for showing their unconditional love, unwavering support at all times. They have always rooted for her and has given her constant encouragement, which helped her to overcome hardships. She dedicates the achievement to her parents, rightly so, and she would like to thank her brothers, Lai Xiao Jun and Lai Xiao Yi, for being her great pillars of strength. In her family, the petitioner has found comfort in any storm that came her way. She would also like to thank her pupil master, Mr. Michael Su, for the learning opportunities throughout her pupillage. And I know Michael being a very tough person, and I'm sure she had learned a great deal from him. Now, she would also like to take this opportunity to thank her former supervisor, Dr. Sheikh Abdam Al-Habshi, who provided her tutelage akin to a pupil master. She thanked all her colleagues, especially Samula Kong Ju-en and Ani Najiha, for sharing their thoughts and experiences which they have nurtured the petitioner towards both professional and personal growth. Next, she would like to thank her pupil mates throughout her journey. They are Jacqueline Yong Suk K, Tan Min Sherin Lau Li Shen. In case I pronounce your name wrongly, you know who you are. She is grateful for their valuable companionship, for being partners in crime. I'm sure this is just a phrase she used, and also someone with whom she always shares anything naturally. They have brought laughter and also made her pupillage and work life a truly memorable one. She would like to thank her friends from the university for being her greatest friends and confidants, and also Joanna Chiu Ke Siu, Jonathan Lee Sing Shen, Leslie Ho Ying Shin. She is grateful for their sincere friendship, advice, and also for being with her through all the thick and thin. And finally, she would also like to thank her lifelong high school friends, Lim Li Ying, Li Chia Rao, and Wong Hui Xuan. They have always been a great source to cheer in her life, and also thank them for their homeliness she found in their company. To spare everyone the agony, I will skip this paragraph, but suffice to say, you're welcome. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner before my Lord is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. And I believe that all the papers are in order, and all my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chamber, the Bar Council, as well as KL Bar Committee respectively have no objection to this motion. I believe so. Perhaps my learned friend would like to confirm this.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pihak yang membahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya daripada Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur mengesahkan bahawa pihak kami tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Thank you very much. Dengan izin Yang Arif, oleh yang sedemikian, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk pempetisyen Lai Yong Zi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Oleh kerana pihak yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan dan oleh kerana ketas kausa adalah teratur dan pempetisyen adalah a proper and fit person di bawah Akta Profesional Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Lai Yong Zi sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Lai Yong Zi dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, dalam zaman baru terkini ini, saya juga memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk membenarkan pempetisyen untuk menyarung jubah ke atas diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Izin Arif untuk panggil pempetisyen ke-6 WS18-1193-092021 Kinan Yo. P6, sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Kinan Yo, pempetisyen ke-6.
Silakan Sharon.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, Aaron Matthews bagi pihak pempetisyen Kinan Yo pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, dahulunya saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujaan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Thank you, my lord. May it please you, my lord, allow me to introduce your petitioner, Kinan Yo. My lord, your petitioner was born on the 19th of February 1998 and is the youngest child of Mr. Yo Kim Ho Yu and Madam Corinne Pong Swit Lan. Your petitioner began his education at Sekolah Kebangsaan Seri Setia and thereafter completed his secondary education at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Taman Desa. Thereafter, your petitioner enrolled to read law at Brickfields Asia College and successfully completed his law degree in the year 2019 from the University of Reading in the United Kingdom. My Lord, your petitioner has informed me that during his early school days, the study of law was not something that he had contemplated. In all fairness, my Lord, I think that is not something many of us contemplate in our early school days, but that's what he has said. However, to be fair to the petitioner, he has pointed out that a turning point for him was when he was made a prefect at his school. It was at this seminal appointment that made your petitioner understand the importance of law and order, and from there I am told that his passion grew. Now, through the pandemic, of course, and after several postponements, your petitioner overcame his biggest academic hurdle in becoming an advocate and solicitor by passing the Certificate of Legal Practice in the year 2021. Shortly thereafter, your petitioner, much like the petitioner before him, began his pupillage under the guidance of my close and learned friend, Miss Victoria Loy, who is from Messrs. Shuklin and Bok. I must say it's quite a day for Messrs. Shuklin and Bok, since two of their pupils have been called today. In any event, as a pupil of Miss Loy, he had a great time learning and exploring construction law, and under her expert tutelage, I'm told, has gained much experience in conducting research and assisting in many legal matters, ranging from appearances at the High Court to arbitrations. Your petitioner wishes to put on record that despite the intimidating nature of her pupillage, your petitioner did not feel intimidated, as Miss Loy and her team had welcomed him with much support and care. My Lord, on this auspicious day, your petitioner would like to express his gratitude to the people who have been his pillars of strength and source of encouragement throughout the years. First, your petitioner would like to express his utmost gratitude and appreciation to his parents, Madam Corinne Pong and Mr. Joachim Po Yu, for their endless love, care, and support. Next, your petitioner would like to thank his sister, Suli Fio, for her love and support, despite being thousands of miles away. Finally, your petitioner is also especially indebted to Tiffany Tan for her patience and support, along with Jung Carmen, who is his ever supportive best friend, and all his other friends who are, I believe, tuning in today. Looking back at his pupillage, your petitioner also wishes to express his utmost gratitude to Hui Huan, Julian George, Jeremy Ui, Ong Kun Sen, Nina Lai, Hamza, Jocelyn, and also Mr. Lam Ho Lun for their endless guidance and support, along with all his pupil mates at Shuklin and Bok. Thanks to them, his time reading in chambers has been a meaningful and unforgettable experience, and one which he will treasure always. Ultimately, your petitioner also wishes to thank his pupil master, Miss Victoria Loy, for being the perfect role model in his legal career. He believes that he would not have been as confident in his career choice had it not been for his pupil master. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah orang yang sesuai dan layak untuk diterima, masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah yang mulia ini. Saya percaya semua kertas kuasa pemohon adalah teratur dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Pelumpur masing-masing tiada bantahan mengenai petisyen ini. Oleh itu, saya dengan rendah diri memohon Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk menerima dan mendaftaraikan pempetisyen Kinan Yo sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pihak yang berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pempetisyen ini Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana semua kertas-kertas kausa telah teratur dan oleh kerana badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Kinan Yo sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Kinan Yo dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tahniah.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ini saya Arif, panggil pempetisyen ke-7 WA181233 092021 Tan Zesin. Silakan P7 perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Zesin, pempetisyen ke-7.
Persilakan Cik Yap.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Yap Bun Hao, hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen Tan Zesin pada hari ini. Manakala rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Kuala Lumpur telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, the petitioner was born on the 19th of November 1998 in Kuala Lumpur, and she studied law at Brickfields Asia College, graduated from Queen's University Belfast, and thereafter obtained her certificate in legal practice in August 2021. Thereafter, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in Mrs. Gan, Lee and Tan under tutelage of Mr. Tan and Kiet. Throughout the 9 months pupillage, the petitioner has been exposed to a wide range of matters in the firm. My Lord, on this memorable day, the petitioner wishes to express her gratitude to her family for their unconditional love, unwavering support, and encouragement. The petitioner would like to express her heartiest thanks to her pupil master and all her colleagues at Mrs. Gan, Lee, and Tan, who have been very patient in imparting experience and knowledge to the petitioner, and for making her pupillage experience a great one. She aspires to be a trustworthy and competent lawyer and be able to use her skill to help those in need. The petitioner would like to sincerely thank all her friends for their constant support throughout her journey, especially during her study and examination period. The petitioner is blessed to have family and friends who are always there for her during her tough time. And she would also like to record her appreciations to her family member and friends who took the time and effort to witness this special occasion day. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang sesuai dan berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah yang mulia ini menurut Akta Profesi Undang-Undang 1976. Saya juga percaya bahawa kesemua kertas kosa pempetisyen adalah lengkap, teratur dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan terhadap petisyen ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan penuh hormat dan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk suatu perintah agar pempetisyen Tan Zesin diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala. Mohon Yang Arif memperkenalkan perintah seperti itu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, bagi pihak yang berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mengesahkan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor juga tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan semua kertas-kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Tan Zesin sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Tan Zesin dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif dan rendah diri memohon Mahkamah Mulia untuk membenarkan petisyen untuk menyarung jubah diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Ya Arif. Terima kasih juga kepada kesemua wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Arif Hakim. Terima kasih. Seterusnya saya menjemput Ya Arif Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan. Silakan Ya Arif.
Terima kasih. Puan Nur Suraya binti Amir, Peguam Persekutuan yang mewakili yang berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, Cik Suhir Tamalar, anak perempuan Sandra Sakaram yang mewakili Majlis Peguam, Cik Wira Pramananda yang mewakili Jawatan Peguam Kuala Lumpur, Jawatan Peguam Negeri Selangor, Jawatan Peguam Negeri Kedah, serta tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dapat mengikuti sidang ini dari dalam talian. Izinkan saya pada pagi ini memberikan sedikit ucapan kepada peguam-peguam baru yang kita raikan. Sekali lagi, Mahkamah mengucapkan tahniah kepada Cik Yong Rui Yi Sabrina, Cik Yong Wee Win, Cik Chai Lik, Cik Pang Yi Hen, Cik Lai Yong Ze, Cik Kinan Yo dan Cik Tan Zi Shin yang kerana telah diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala. Boleh dikatakan peguam-peguam baru pada hari ini adalah produk daripada generasi COVID-19 di peringkat akhir kursus mereka, yang menjadikan kejayaan ini adalah lahir dari suasana yang unik dan sukar, dan oleh itu boleh dikatakan sebagai more meaningful. Baru sekejap tadi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan pempetisyen telah memakai jubah masing-masing secara kendiri. Dengan memakai jubah secara sendiri tersebut, maka secara rasmi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh menggelarkan diri masing-masing sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Subject to the issuance of Sijil Annual and Practicing Certificate, you now have an exclusive right to appear and plead in all courts of justice in Malaysia as provided under Section 35 of the Legal Professions Act 1976. This means that you can appear in every court of law from Perlis to Johor Bahru. You can even appear in the special court or courts martial, either in uniform if you are entitled to do so, or in robes. That is the extent of exclusivity accorded to you by the law. Today, I would like to talk about Rule 54 of the Legal Profession Practice and Etiquette Rules 1978. It provides inter alia that where in any proceeding, the name of any advocate and solicitor or his firm appears on the records for any party, no other advocate and solicitor shall knowingly agree to appear for such party in such proceeding unless he obtains the consent of the first named advocate and solicitor. This goes to show that if you are aware that your potential client has already retained an advocate and solicitor on record, you cannot simply take over the conduct of the matter. For one, you must be satisfied that the professional fees of the first named advocate and solicitor must have been paid, or some arrangement must have been made to effect the payment. Secondly, once parties have agreed for you to take over the conduct of the matter, a proper change of solicitors must be filed. Unless and until a notice of change of solicitors is filed and served, the former solicitor shall be considered the solicitor of the party until the final conclusion of the cause of matter. This is provided for under Order 64, the Rules of Court 2012. In Legenda Kencanus Namrahat against Peter Holdings Namrahat 2012 3CLJ 824, it was held that Order 64, Rule 1, the ROC, prescribes the requisite notice that must be filed to give counsel the necessary standing, all of the standby. It is only upon the filing of that requisite notice that counsel has authority to appeal on the client's behalf and to enter into a compromise, subject, of course, to any express limitation imposed on that authority by the client. Even Chapter 11 of the Rulings of Bar Council mentions about this. According to the ruling, the new solicitors should obtain the consent of the solicitors on record before filing a notice of change of solicitors, although such consent shall not unreasonably be withheld. I'm highlighting this issue this morning because in my years on the bench, there are instances where two solicitors from different firms claiming to represent the same party. While I took cognizance that part of it was due to the client's fault, incidents like this should not have happened in the first place if the procedures that I've outlined just now were to have been adhered to. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, ahli keluarga dan rakan-rakan pempetisyen yang sempat mengikuti sesi ini. Undang-undang seperti juga bidang profesi yang lain termasuk perubatan atau kejuruteraan adalah sesuatu yang sentiasa berubah. Ia tidak kaku atau beku. Sebab itu kita sentiasa mendengar pakar undang-undang mengatakan bahawa law is a living subject. Hari ini bermula dari seorang pelajar undang-undang yang sentiasa menggelar diri mereka sebagai sui generis, maknanya lain dari yang lain. Pempetisyen telah sampai kepada kemuncak cita-cita mereka. Oleh itu, kejayaan yang ditempah oleh peguam-peguam baru yang kemuncaknya pada pagi ini perlu diraihkan oleh ahli keluarga, sahabat dan rakan yang bersama-sama semasa mereka menjalani latihan di dalam kamar. Saya tidak pasti apakah pilihan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan selepas ini. Mungkin ada yang memilih untuk meneruskan dengan menjadi pengamal undang-undang. Mungkin sudah ada yang mendapat tawaran di firma yang tertentu. Ada juga yang mungkin memilih untuk menjadi in-house legal executive di dalam sektor perbankan, korporat atau petroleum dan gas. Bidang ini juga mencabar kerana kita kena berurusan dengan peguam cara bagi pihak konglomerat yang menjadi majikan kita. Mungkin ada juga di antara tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang berminat untuk menganggotai perkhidmatan kehakiman dan perundangan seperti Puan Nur Suraya pada pagi ini dan menjadi seorang timbalan pendakwa raya atau peguam persekutuan. Jika ini adalah pilihan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, maka bersedialah untuk berkhidmat di Pulau Pinang pada tahun ini dan seterusnya di Tawau 2 tahun kemudian. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan juga adalah tertakluk kepada apa yang dirujuk sebagai cross transfer yang saya fikir Puan Nur Suraya pun tahu, iaitu daripada menjadi seorang timbalan pendakwa raya kepada seorang magistrate atau sebaliknya. Ini adalah lautan pilihan yang ada di hadapan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. It is an ocean of choice. Choose wisely and choose a career that you are so passionate about. Saya juga mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan terima kasih kepada peguam-peguam pengusul yang mengambil masa dan meluangkannya kepada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan pada pagi ini. Mahkamah mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat maju jaya dalam karier pilihan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang amat kita hormati ini. All the best and wherever you are, always stay safe. Thank you.
Terima kasih, Arif. Diminta tuan-puan kekal di video masing-masing kerana akan ada sesi fotografi. Tuan-puan boleh betulkan kedudukan masing-masing.
Terima kasih, Miriam.
Terima kasih, Arif. Terima kasih.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All the best.